For those living with pulmonary hypertension, life can be scary. This is where the heart stops as a result of a sudden drop in oxygen levels. The deprivation of oxygen to the brain is deadly, as you can imagine. Shavini Fernando was diagnosed with severe pulmonary hypertension as a result of her having Eisenmenger syndrome. This necessitated self-CPR to revive her heart. After going through several near-death experiences, Shavini, who is a video game, VR and web designer and developer, used her skills to invent OxyWear, a wearable ear device that monitors blood oxygen and warns when levels drop. Currently at Stanford, Shavini's invention got worldwide attention, putting her on BBC, the Washington Business Journal, CD Technical Leader of the Year, and among the 49 most influential individuals in code, data and design in the DMV region. I caught up with Shavini, who is currently in Washington, D.C., to find out more about how OxyWear came about. Welcome, Shavini, and good to have you on Kaleidoscope Selling for Life. Let's talk. Now, you suffer from pulmonary hypertension due to Eisenmenger syndrome. How debilitating is it for someone wanting to lead life normally the way we know it?
Yeah. So pulmonary hypertension is when your pressure inside the heart and the lungs are higher than 20. So the normal pressure inside the heart and the lungs is just 1/5 of your normal pressure that you check with the cuffs at the doctor. That's how it is. But for people with pulmonary hypertension, you have hypertension if your pressure is above that number, above 20. On the flat floor, we are fine. Just as we start climbing uphill or steps, or if we had to carry anything, whichever that needs more cardiovascular performance, then we don't get enough oxygenated blood. So because the heart can't pump enough, so we get really tired and our oxygen numbers drop really low.
You said you were an athlete. So how did you manage to do your sports despite your disease?
So because I didn't know I had this, right? It was hole in the heart from small days and no one diagnosed it. So I had breathing issues, but I was diagnosed as asthma. So all they did was just change my inhaler.
When you did find out, did that change your mentality in any way?
It was pretty much like more than the disease, it was all the decisions that was given by the doctors, which for me more like they were challenging me. When I run, I'm fine, but once I stop only I start feeling it. So I just quickly put the oxygen, crank it up, then I'm fine. But still I do like rock climbing. I go with my friend to the climbing gym. So even though I can't do the stuff that I did before, I found new things that I can do that doesn't, because I'm very much of an adrenaline junkie. So for me, it's not easy to stay without doing stuff.
So you made OxyWear technically for yourself. How did it subsequently reach out to the people?
So in school, this happened. I got a cardiac arrest and my heart stopped. So I had to hit my chest on my own and start my heart on my own and revive myself, because everyone else other than me was panicked. And I was like, just let me do what I'm doing and get my heart to start again. And all they could do was just call 911. But after all this happened, my doctors at Johns Hopkins were like, oh, you should not live alone. You need to move back to your sisters. I was like, I was with about 25 people. If they were panicked, they weren't able to help me. I was the only one who was able to do something at least. And then it was the same thing, because I felt like I had to prove him that I can live alone. So I said, it's a fire alarm situation. Let's make something. And then he laughed at me and said, okay, let's see what you can do. I said, yeah, we can do it, monitor oxygen. You know, it's like fire alarm, you detect the smoke, run the alarm. So it started as a joke, because I just wanted my doctor to allow me to stay alone. So I went back to school and started this. That's how it all started.
Now that you've seen the need for tools like OxyWear, are you looking at any other inventions? Is there anything more in the pipeline?
Yeah, something I told was these oxygen concentrators are really heavy. We need to figure out a way we can reduce the battery size of this oxygen concentrator so that it can become lighter for people. Because the concentrate is light, the battery is about 10 pounds. And for someone who has a cardiovascular disease, having to walk around with 10 pounds is not easy. Then also in the same device, we can add more other functions that can help other diseases, because we were reached out by epilepsy and then Watts syndrome community, like multiple other chronic disease organizations, how they can use the same readings that we get for oxygen, but use it for like seizure detection.
So Shavini took a fire alarm situation and customized a tool that would help her manage her oxygen levels. Then she gave it to the world and saw how life-saving it can be for others. That was young Sri Lankan inventor Shavini Fernando, the inventor of Oxyware, on Sellingo Live. Let's talk. We want you to like us. Just press that like sign on YouTube. Also, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to Kaleidoscope with Savitri Rodrigo on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Making all your new goals in life a reality is why our strength is your strength. With 12 billion rupees worth of customer benefits in 2020 and a life insurance fund worth over 100 billion rupees, our strength is your strength. You focus on your goals. We will take care of the risks. Sellingo Life.